What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 22 online CFM game. We are now in week 18 of the 2021 season here in the Premier Madden League. It's the final week of the regular season, the second ever week 18 in NFL history, and the playoff race in the AFC conference is absolutely bonkers. Our Houston Texans, though, are not a part of that picture. We are riding a 3-game losing streak that knocked us out of contention, including last week's loss where Tim Tebow proved why he has not been a starting quarterback in the NFL for the past decade. Now, we set up our Week 18 game with really no reason to win. I'm not saying we're going to tank, and we're going to purposely lose, because one, that's not allowed in the league, and two, we got to at least give it a go. But it would be in our best interest if we drop this game. The slight problem with that is that our opponent, even though they have a very good record, these Tennessee Titans, they have already clinched the number 5 seed in the AFC conference. They have nothing to play for, and therefore, we won't be seeing many of the Tennessee starters as we are underway. So this game of Tennessee backups versus Houston Texans, who are just going to be going wild, promises to be pretty electric, actually. There's nothing on the line besides perhaps our draft pick, but I can promise you, we're going to have fun. That's the only thing I can promise you. Are we going to win while trying to have fun? I don't know. But, I mean, hey, why not? Week 18. You know, all the weird plays you got in your playbook? Show them out here right now. You know, all those gadget plays that have been in the back pocket that there's never been a good time to run? Why not run them now? Why not go for a pick? I don't know. We had the pick there, but apparently we didn't get it. Second down, it's Darrington Evans out the backfield, and Evans making a move. Dwayne Haskins, the quarterback, off to a quick 4-for-4 start. Oh, he's actually going to go 5-for-5. He's just testing Grugier Hill, who is doing absolutely nothing about it. Second down, here's Haskins. Oh, that'll be his first miss, and that could have been a touchdown if he put it on the money. Third down, Haskins looking for redemption. Got him on the out route. Oh, but the receiver not able to fall forward for the first down, and thus field goal unit out on the field. But it's going to be a fake. It's going to be a flip to the tight end, Pruitt, and that is definitely going to be no good. We didn't even come out in field goal safe. We just came out in an actual defense, and he still ran the field goal, the fake field goal, which kind of sets the tempo for the kind of game this is going to be. Tyrod Taylor is the starting quarterback once again for our Houston Texans. Davis Mills will not be seeing the field unless there's an injury. Tim Tebow definitely is not starting. We're just going to rock with Tyrod for one more game, but Tyrod gets rocked, loses the ball, and the first points of the afternoon go to the Tennessee Titans. As you guys may remember, this Tennessee team absolutely rocked us around and put up, what, 77 points on us, man? That was like the biggest blowout I've ever been a part of playing in Madden, besides one time Addy Cards beat me by like 70 points or something like that. Shout out to the homie, the OG Addy Cards, as we get a nice run here with Deontay Foreman. Look at the big fella in the open field. Deontay Foreman, remember how much of a spark plug he was last week? He's doing it again. Oh, Tyrod just going to chuck it up for Kirk, and it's intercepted by Caleb Farley. And, of course, Christian Kirk, as we watch the interception run back, looking pretty solid here for a moment. Yeah, Christian Kirk, you never know how long he's going to be in the game until he decides he doesn't want to play anymore. We just got to put him out there and hope for the best. Then whenever he decides to check out, then it's season over for Christian Kirk, man. I don't know what else to say. Oh, that's definitely got to be picked, and it is. It's Gary and Connolly. Connolly's got some blockers behind him and nothing but green grass ahead. Gary and Connolly, touchdown, Texans. And, you know, in a game like this, like I said, where we're not really pushing the pace to win, you know, plays like that will actually put us in position to win this game. And if they do, we can't turn them down. It's just like, all right, like, if the Titans are literally going to lose the game, then we have no choice but to win it. But we'll see what Tennessee does here, because it seems like they are, you know, at least trying to do something. It's just with their backups. Dwayne Haskins, who was traded from the Steelers to Tennessee, getting the start here, dancing around in the pocket and going to the tight end Pruitt. So it's literally all backups in this game. It might even be backup linemen as well, as Batson on the reception there. Now, as you guys may remember, Julio Jones not on this team anymore. He got traded. So the Tennessee Titans wide receiver depth charts already shallow, and they won't be having A.J. Brown for this game. As a little RPO here, and Haskins is going to take off. How about this? Dwayne Haskins gets a gain of about 12 yards there. Solid defense by our Houston Texans. Oh, man, Roquan Smith. Oh, man, he deserved that recovery there. What a play by Roquan, one of the few shining stars of this squad all season long, at least since we got him from the Chicago Bears in a midseason trade. Here's Dwayne Haskins. Oh, man, might have been a touchdown there, and I believe that might have been A.J. Brown in the game. Either way, here we go. Field goal this time is actually attempted by Badgley. It is up. It is good, and by the way, you guys did see us go for, I believe, a 2-point conversion. If not, I missed a PAT. So when I played this game, I think I was downloading NBA 2K in the background or something, and it was lagging my game the entire time. So you guys will see I'm going to go for a lot of 2-point conversions. And it's not just because it's week 18. It's because it was hard to kind of kick. The game was lagging pretty much the entire time. But, you know, given the circumstances of this game, you know, I didn't really ask for a reset or anything. We just kind of played with it. And we'll just try to ball out Christian Kirk while he's on the field. Let's get him the ball. Christian Kirk, over 100 yards pretty much every game he suited up for our Houston Texans until last week, where he was completely blanked out. Didn't even get a catch. The Tim Tebow-led offense did not include number 13, who has been so pivotal to anything we do offensively. Hit their down. Let's see if we can get Kirk, right? Yup. He's open. Yup. Nope. Tyrod Taylor. Okay. I mean, that wasn't an inaccurate pass, but all right, Tyrod, we'll just go for it on 4th down. Why not? I don't really feel comfortable kicking it. Oh, here comes the blitz. Still got it off to Christian Kirk. And Tyrod Taylor, he's been fun to use, I'm not going to lie, right? Compared to Davis Mills, Tyrod, a weaker arm, but, you know, he can break the pocket. Now, there didn't really work out for us, but at the same time, I was kind of expecting Laramie Tunsil, our only good offensive lineman, to actually pass protect there, but it is what it is. 3rd down and 19, empty set, quick pass. That's Brevin Jordan, his first catch of the game. Brevin Jordan, a solid rookie season, and he's looking like he's definitely going to be a piece for the future for us. And on 4th down and 4, we're actually going to go for it here. No huddle, stick with the 5 wide. Tyrod back in the end zone for the bootleg Andre Johnson. Instead, it's Farley again with the INT. And in this kind of game, kicking field goals, like I said, I didn't really feel comfortable kicking field goals anyways, as we missed a chance at the fumble recovery. Monte Nicholson forcing the fumble there. But yeah, I didn't feel comfortable kicking PAT, so I definitely didn't really feel comfortable kicking the field goal. Plus, screw it. Why not? Go for it. See what happens. If we don't get it, doesn't really bother us. If we get it, cool. Man, I wish we would have gotten that football right there. Justin Reed in the area, and the running back almost lost him. But thankfully, we are able to get the ball back here via the punt. And, oh, look at Desmond King on the spin move. Desmond King still looking for a contract, looking for a touchdown on this punt return. Well, he'll get Niter as of right now. It's Tyrod on the move, and Tyrod on the QB keeper getting a nice gain of 6. And you see that element that Tyrod brings to this offense, and he's got some accuracy as well as Chris Conley. Oh, man, nearly spun that guy out of his shoes. Instead, it's a 1st down and goal at the 8. Tyrod. Oh, he's actually going to throw it in the corner to Brevin Jordan. And Tyrod's ability to break down these plays has been impressive. Tyrod on the move here. Hold on, is this a Philly special? We'll have to call it a Houston special. It is a special play. It's Christian Kirk on the touchdown. Nico Collins on the delivery. Houston really pulling out all the tricks out of their bag. We went deep into the bag for that one and delivered. Christian Kirk in the back of the end zone. And yeah, we legitimately just hit this man with the Philly special. Hey, man, it's week 18. We got nothing to play for. I told you guys, I'm going to have fun in this game, and I think our opponent is on the same wavelength. This dude just tried a halfback pass. He just took it from my playbook out there. Actually, that's going to be a run stop there. Nice play by Zach Cunningham, and 4th down and inches. We'll see what the Titans do here. They could go for it, but it is their own 32-yard line, so they are going to punt the ball. As we are currently sporting a 2-point lead after all of these shenanigans. Oh, Desmond King trying to create magic once again, but not quite. Deontay Foreman on the run. And Deontay Foreman, man, like, I think we got to bring this guy back next year. He's playing well. He's like a 67 overall, but he is doing big things for us. Tyrod, look at him go. And as we assess our quarterback situation in the offseason, Tyrod with a nice dime here to Chris Conley. You know, I think the preference for us has to be getting a mobile quarterback like Tyrod Taylor. Just looking at the way he's operating our offense compared to what Davis Mills did. Not that Davis Mills was bad, but you just see the extra element that Tyrod brings. Even though Tyrod's, his throw power is worse, his accuracy is worse, he's still just making these electric plays. Oh, but he can't get that one off, and it's picked off by David Long Jr., the linebacker, as Foreman falls down. Oh, and our lineman just somehow Superman for that tackle right there. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think someone just came in, someone jumped over our running back, I think, to get that pressure right there. Or else we might have had a touchdown if we had the time, but yeah, you need time on plays like that. Not much time for the Titans to make something happen, but here they come to the 3-yard line. Batson with the reception. Timeout Tennessee, number 2.5. They got a couple of shots to the end zone, and Haskins got him in the corner. It's Johnson for the touchdown. Tennessee. I believe that'll give them the lead, correct? Yes, it will. That'll give them a 4-point lead in Tennessee for pretty much no reason, going for the 2-point conversion. They're kind of just matching our flow in this one. Oh, but they're going to get picked off. It's Justin Reed on the interception. Do not put your hands in the cookie jar, because we're going to let you know about it. Justin Reed taunting as he's on his way. 32-point run back. And it's back to a 2-point game, but it's a 2-point Titans lead now after all of the theatrics. I'm just having some fun, man. There's absolutely no disrespect to this Titans user. As you guys know, as we're about to go to the halftime show, I mentioned it last time we played Tennessee as Nico Collins somehow making this catch here on the final play of the first half. But yeah, the Tennessee user helps me with these halftime shows a lot. So shout out to my guy Wimmy. Let's go to the halftime show. Welcome to the halftime show, where today's game of the week is between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. The final week of the regular season means playoff implications all around, so you'll definitely have to keep up with what we're talking about in this halftime show, because it's about to get crazy. This game of the week was perhaps the tamest game you guys will see. This is a battle between a 4-win Jets team and a Buffalo squad that is looking for a dub to get the number 2 seed in the AFC Conference. But the Jets definitely came to play today. They put Buffalo against the wall multiple times. Bills thinking this could be the dagger. Devin Singletary put him on skates. What a day for number 26. But the New York Jets were like a cockroach. You simply could not kill him. Josh Allen pump faking no one, because Marcus May does not fool for it at all. May with the pick. He's going for 6. Here come the Jets. But the Buffalo Bills have finally had enough of the charades. Zach Moss, let's put this game away. And this win will get the Buffalo Bills the number 2 seed in the AFC Conference. Now, let's break down the rest of the playoff picture, starting in the AFC. The wild card battle, where the Miami Dolphins can clinch a playoff berth with a victory against the CPU Patriots. Keyword, CPU. But a victory they shall not be getting, because the Patriots were too much to handle. Miami drops it, and now their playoff chances rely on games like this. Jacksonville versus Indianapolis, the undefeated Colts. They made it to 16-0. That would be an undefeated regular season last season, but now we have a 17th game, and 17 is one too many for these Indianapolis Colts, playing their backups against a Jaguars team needing a win to try to make the playoffs. The Jaguars knock off the undefeated Colts, but the Jaguars are going to need some help as well. They'll need the Chargers to lose to the Las Vegas Raiders, and Hunter Renfrow hunting for touchdowns, but here comes Parham. Whoa, what a shifty little move, and it's going to be the Chargers that win the game. It'll be the Chargers that make the playoffs. The Jaguars miss it despite their epic performance. The Dolphins miss the playoffs as well. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they control their own destiny, and Leonard Fournette is a man who cannot be contained. Look at him rumble downfield, and Leonard Fournette had a career showing against the Carolina Panthers. All the Bucs needed was a win. They win the NFC South, even though they entered this game with a 500 record, and Leonard Fournette leading the way. Tampa Bay blowing out Carolina, booked the Bucs into the playoffs. The 49ers, maybe not. They need to get a win against the Los Angeles Rams. They don't. 49ers eliminated. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, the Rams trying to pursue the number 2 seed in the NFC. We'll talk about that in just a second. Because the 49ers lost, the final wildcard spot in the NFC opens up for the New Orleans Saints if they can beat the Falcons. And boy, whoop, did they ever. New Orleans dominating in the dirty South as we see Daniel Jones out of control throwing the pick. The Washington football team, if they win this game, they get the number 2 seed instead of the Rams. Washington gets the dub. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys with nothing to play for, well, they played like it because the Philadelphia Eagles, they're just playing with house money right now. They don't even have their first round pick. So Miles Sanders leading the way, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to get the victory. And finally, the Arizona Cardinals, trying not to beat a team with the worst record in the entire league, only 1 win on the season, trying to double that count. But Russell Wilson will not let it happen on his watch. The Seahawks with the late dub. And we are back with second half action of whatever this Titans versus Texans game has become. It's been a lot of trickery. It's been a lot of foolishness. It's been a lot of fun. More than anything else. I mean, you know, we're in this game, we're competing, we're having fun, man. Like, we have no reason to win this game, but, you know, we're still trying to put on a show at the very least. Tyrod Taylor with 3 first half interceptions, but hasn't been a true indictment of how Tyrod's played in this game. Passes like that, that's not on Tyrod, that's on me. Oh, but we're going to go with a pass with our punter on 4th down, at least attempted on the move. Lonnie Johnson making the catch, our backup safety. But he's not giving forward progress, and it's a turnover on downs. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And on the next play, Chester Rogers for the touchdown. Titans turning it on just a bit. And suddenly we're starting to lose touch in this game. Yeah, but we're not going to pull the anchor at this point. Like I said, we're not here to tank. We're just here to have some fun. But if we lose the game, it's not the worst thing in the world. As Christian Kirk, double spin move. Oh, Kirk trying to give him the work out there. Gonna at very least get the first down. Next play, trying to get a play for Kirk downfield. Doesn't quite develop. Tyrod on the move. Tyrod downfield. Once Kirk doesn't get him, it's Buddy Calhoun with the interception instead. And you see, for all the greatness that Tyrod brings to this offense, that is just the play where it's like, if we had a quarterback with a better arm, maybe he gets it in there. But, I mean, you also see that fact that Tyrod's able to break the pocket, and these are just things that we weren't doing with Davis Mills. Now, this isn't news to me. I knew Tyrod could do this, and we could have done this the whole season. But, oh, man. Stop running into Roquan Smith for one, Tennessee, unless you want to lose your head, as Dwayne Haskins gets tossed like a ragdoll by Ross Blackhawk right there. 3rd down and 20, and Haskins under pressure gets it off here to Batson, and that'll bring up an interesting decision here on 4th down. Let's see, is Tennessee going to kick the field goal? Yes, they will. To put Badgley on the field. Oh, like it was hooking left for a second, but it goes up and good, and that'll give Tennessee a 12-point lead midway in the 3rd quarter. As I was saying, yeah, Tyrod was always going to bring that mobility for us, but, you know, I wanted to start the rookie, see what could happen. Maybe we get a dev story with Davis Mills. I don't know if it's possible to get a dev story with like a 60 overall quarterback, but, you know, I might as well try and see what he could do. Tyrod's just a journeyman quarterback. And at the end of the day, whether we had Tyrod or we had Davis Mills, I think we would be in the same boat, where we would be at about this spot where playoffs weren't really in our picture. It just wasn't meant to be this season, as Adrian Peterson, man, in perhaps the final game of his NFL career, trying to show out. Tyrod, next play. He's got him as Chris Connolly on the move. Chris Connolly makes a man miss with the juke move. Oh, Chris Connolly, he's got a touchdown. How many players on this field will be playing their last game as a Tennessee Titan? You've seen a couple. Adrian Peterson, Tyrod Taylor, Chris Connolly. I don't really think any of these guys are coming back next season, and, you know, I could rattle off a bunch of names of guys that will not be at least starting for us next season. There's going to be a lot of turnover with this Texans squad, but, you know, obviously that's what this rebuild is all about. Season 1, we just play with the guys we got and try to make a move or two. We made more moves than I honestly would have expected, right? Christian Kirk, Roquan Smith, dealing Cooks, dealing Phillip Lindsay, all that stuff, right? That was a lot of moves that we made. And, you know, I'm you know, the way these guys are playing for us, mainly Roquan and Christian Kirk, you know, it's been proven to be pretty solid. Now, we have been missing Bradley Roby. If you guys remember, a while ago, we traded Bradley Roby to the Steelers for a 3rd-round pick. We have been missing Bradley Roby just a little bit, as we are going to give up a touchdown there to Johnson. I don't know what in the world I did with my safety. I promise you I didn't do it on purpose, but I don't know what in the world I did with my safety there. But, yeah. I mean, the trades definitely helped us out. And on top of that, we have a lot of ammunition going into the offseason. We don't have a lot of cap space. we're probably going to have, somewhere around $40 million of cap space, around that ballpark, maybe even less, especially with how much the rookie reserve is going to be with the draft picks that we have. So I wouldn't expect many crazy moves in the offseason. But, the draft is where we can really make our money in those draft picks, because obviously we can trade some of those draft picks, as Fulton here on the interception. Tyrod hit as he threw the ball, and Fulton making moves here. Got to get away from Peterson if he wants to score. Zigging, zagging. Fulton down at the 1-yard line. It looked like he had the touchdown, but my guy tried to do something fancy, and it kind of backfired on him. And now he's struggling to get this 1 yard just a little bit. It's now second down a goal at the 1. Shovel option, and that'll be a buried Dwayne Haskins. Ball is out, picked up by Monte Nicholson, and Nicholson is loose. Houston's looking for their second defensive touchdown of the game. Oh, and they'll get it. Monte Nicholson unnecessarily embarrassing Darrington Evans. We're going to have some fun, and we win the game in the process, so be it. 2-point conversion. I just wanted to show my guy this is how you run the shovel option. Now, I almost juked and didn't get the 2-point conversion there, trying to showboat, but we got it. So, yeah, that's how you run the shovel option properly. And there's a reason why we haven't been running shovel options for I don't know how long, because those just don't work well, man. You guys have seen how many times between this and the Patriots series we've fumbled shovel options on weird, glitchy plays. I'm not messing with that. It's Desmond King, who is, as I mentioned on that punt return, he still has not had a contract with our Houston Texans. As downfield, that's Johnson again on the post for the touchdown. And once again, I've absolutely botched the users there with the safety. And once again, I promise you I did not do that on purpose, but I clicked on and just, I don't know, I moved the guy out the way. I really don't know what I was on this game, but it wasn't anything good for my Madden skills. But yeah, we could bring Desmond King back, and I would love to bring Desmond King back if we had like $100 million cap space like we would if we didn't trade Deshaun Watson. But we have that $50 million cap penalty, so we kind of got to be smart, and I think we're just going to let Desmond King walk unless he gets superstar abilities in the offseason. As Tyrod sets his feet, he wants it all, and it's picked off by Buddy Calhoun once again. The INT is continuing to pour on. It was Christian Kirk downfield looking for the touchdown. Instead, it's Buddy Calhoun on the run back, just tripped up by Nico Collins. And once again, you see where Tyrod kind of pisses me off, and it's just, man, how do you not make that throw? I even set my feet to try to make sure Tyrod could plant and throw as far as he could, and it was still an out-of-range pass. So, yeah, it's just, the pieces that we're working with this season, we've made them work pretty solidly. I would say, this has not been one of the finest seasons of football we could have ever played, because I think we could have snuck into the playoffs. But, the games that we had potentially to win that were kind of close, we just didn't come through with. As Gary and Connolly with his second interception. Connolly, okay, maybe try and do a little bit too much right there. Spinning and juking as soon as we catch the ball, as we go underneath there to Adrian Peterson on the reception. So there's a lot of holes, not just the quarterback situation. There's a lot of holes, wide receiver. Good news is we have Christian Kirk. Bad news is I don't know who else is really worth keeping on this team, because, Nico Collins, we'll probably have to bring him back. Why not? Well, let him try to develop in his second year. But is he a guy that I can promise you that we'll try to commit to all 5 seasons of this CFM? I don't really know, as we throw yet another interception here to this time Cruikshank. But, yeah, I don't know what our wide receiver core is going to look like. Running back is a huge hole. I don't think we're going to be rocking the Adrian Peterson, Deontay Foreman combo for much longer, as Johnson with the hat trick. Johnson, he's making the most out of the post route right now. That's for damn sure. As Dwayne Haskins lining up for the 2-point conversion, and already a 17-point game. And I believe the Titans are now either 0-3 or 0-4 in 2-point conversions. It's just, they're just not running them well. Right now we got the best 2-point conversion defense in the league. I don't really know. So yeah, running back as a whole, offensive line, we need to address that. We only have Laramie Tunsil on our offensive line as far as guys that we can solidify for the future, and Tunsil is making quarterback money for the next couple of years. His salary cap hits like $25 million or something stupid like that. So yeah, at least he'll be good for us, but he'll be getting paid like he should be in Tyrod Taylor's spot, to be quite frank. So yeah, offensive line, we definitely need to, figure that out, whether it's in free agency, in the draft. We could at least try to draft one offensive lineman, right? And of course, we have 3 first-round picks in our arsenal to try to make all of this happen, as Golden Tate making it happen. Remember Golden Tate? We signed him after the Brandon Cooks trade as an extra body. Our GM literally called us and told us to pick up Golden Tate. We still have him on the roster, and he's in for the touchdown. The reason why he's in the game is because Christian Kirk has finally decided that he is done for the rest of the season. He has quit on us, out of our control. And he could have had a touchdown if he was in that spot, but it's Golden Tate instead. I think Christian Kirk quit on the play where he had a touchdown and Tyrod didn't miss it. As we go for the onside kick, it's not going to work out. It's going to be Bradley McDougall, I believe, on the recovery. So, yeah, might as well go for the onside kick. In that situation, it's kind of our best chance to try to get back in the game, because even if Tennessee gets a field goal here, it's still going to be a 2-touchdown game. So, we're trying to use some logic here. It's just, probably not sound logic, as Dwayne Haskins almost had 500 yards. So was Tyrod Taylor. It's been an absolute shootout, and Haskins continuing to add on to his touchdown total. He's got Pruitt in the back of the end zone. Tennessee with a 50-piece. It's not the 70-piece that Tennessee put on us, but this is their backups against our starters, so I'm not sure which is worse. As David Johnson, watch out, David Johnson has it in with the lateral here to Antonio Callaway. So back to a little roster assessment as we pretty much fill out the rest of this regular season with some random plays here that have literally no significance. So yeah, that's basically what the offense is. I mean, tight end, we have Brevin Jordan. We're pretty good at that spot. As far as defense goes, linebacker, we have Roquan Smith. We re-signed Cam Grugier-Hill and Zach Cunningham. He's on like a 5-year deal with the Texans. And it's not really a great contract, but we'll try to stick with him for, at least next season. So, yeah. Linebacking core is not really too big of a deal, but if we could add one more linebacker, at least one more outside rusher in general, that would be nice. I think we could use that. Jacob Martin has done really well for us this season, but I don't really know how much we can rely on Jacob Martin. And plus, he's really not good at defending the run, so we kind of need like a legitimate body there. Interior, we could use just about anything. D ends, D tackles. I like Ross Blacklock. Blacklock, but I don't know how much we could commit to him as a starter for years to come. As we throw an interception there, just trying to throw for Brevin Jordan back at the end zone. It's Fulton with his 3rd interception of the game, and Fulton getting a nice block there from Jeffrey Simmons, and that'll spring him free if he can make it, which he will as Foreman hits the deck with 5 seconds remaining. Fulton finding the back of the end, or just the end zone there for the touchdown, going coast to coast. So as the Titans kick the PAT there, as far as secondary goes, we have Justin Reed, Monte Nicholson. Cornerback is a huge hole for us, so we're gonna have to address that as well. But first, let's talk about the final play of our regular season. It'll be ran by Tim Tebow on the move. Tebow with some space. Tebow with some blocks. Tebow with some moves. And he's brought down at the 26-yard line. That'll wrap the game up as we try to sneak in a QB wrap. Try to get some Tebow. Whoa, that was about the best play we've had with Tebow all season long. But Tebow not that fast, so we weren't able to take it all the way. Shout to the Titans, man. GG's, man. Fun game. Definitely one of the wildest CFM games we've ever had, and one of the funnest CFM games we ever had. But part of the reason why is because there was literally nothing on the line, so all we could do was have fun in a game like that, right? It's just, you can set the tempo and hope your opponent matches your tempo, and that's kind of what happened right there. We had 8 interceptions with Tyrod Taylor. That's not great. And we threw a lot of interceptions at the end of this season as we just completely decided to air it out and just, throw downfield and just go wild. That's something we'll have to work on next season, right? Like, schematically, we've been getting a lot of passing yards, but it's been at the cost of a lot of turnovers. So, it's all that stuff we'll try to focus on next season. But, this offseason is going to be a lot of fun for our Houston Texans. We talked about it's a lot that we need. I could probably list the things that we don't need, and it would be a shorter list. But Yeah. Next time I see you guys, it will be for that off season. But first things first, before we wrap up, I'm gonna show you guys a couple of award stuff, at least in the AFC conference, and then we'll go over our regular season stats with our Houston Texans, and you guys can see, what our guys did, what Christian Kirk did for us. As you see, offensive rookie of the year, Davis Mills and Nico Collins both in the race, even though Davis Mills didn't play in the last 3 games of the regular season. So that was cool. Mills top 10 and best quarterback, number 9. Sure, why not? We definitely didn't have a running back in that list. Christian Kirk, off-season or mid-season acquisition, who barely played for the Cardinals before we picked him up, ended up being wide receiver number 3 in the conference. Shout out to Jacob Martin for making it there. Jacob Martin, like a 73 overall. Do your thing, my guy. Zach Cunningham, one of the best linebackers. He doesn't have the stats to be one of the best linebackers, but he's there. So, shout out to Zach. I believe Desmond King was in top 10 for defensive backs. Desmond King, I believe he had 4 defensive touchdowns, 8 interceptions total. He kind of cooled off at the end of the regular season, but Desmond King definitely was good for us as a slot cornerback. So you see Davis Mills. If we started Davis Mills the whole season, he probably could have went over 5,000 yards, but that's not really too big of a deal. Rushing yards, that's not great. I mean, Adrian Peterson, though, 4 yards a carry, that's pretty solid. We just didn't run the ball that much. Adrian Peterson, he was fun. It was fun to have AP, man. Like, it was more fun to have AP than Phillip Lindsay. As you guys see, Nico Collins went over 1,000 yards. Brevin Jordan actually came kind of close. Chris Conley with a solid season just as a guy on this team. And shout out to these guys for allowing some sacks. Laramie Tunsil literally only allowed a sack in the final game of the season to Titans backups. Otherwise, he almost just put up a clean slate on the entire league this season. So Tunsil definitely looking like a franchise player for us. As you guys check out some defensive stats here. Grugier Hill leading in tackles. And you see Zach Cunningham and Jacob Martin, as far as edge rushers, those guys performed a lot better than we could have ever expected. It was actually 9 interceptions for Desmond King. As you guys see, Roquan, Justin Reed, Monte Nicholson, all guys. Gary and Connolly, who we picked up in free agency, had a solid season for us. So, yeah, as you guys check out the final stats, that's going to wrap this one up. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more Madden 22 gameplays. Next time I catch you guys with these Texans, it's going to be the offseason. We're going to go over our free agency, our draft, some preseason. It's about to get wild. I'll catch you guys for that, and thank you as always for watching.